Hello, welcome back to my corridors. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my corridors. I am back from my trip from Florida, and oh my god, am I exhausted. I mean, I can talk. I'm not sleepy. My body is just tired. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I went to Florida to take care of some personal business, and by coincidence, Swallow the Sun was in Pensacola, so what do you know? I got to see Swallow the Sun. So anyway, I'll go ahead and start. I had such a good trip. The girls, the hamsters, came with me, not to the concert obviously, but in the hotel room, and I got to eat at so many good places. I got to run on the beach and go collect seashells. I just had such a fun time, and I really did not want my trip in Pensacola to end. But anyway, I'm definitely going to be going back to Pensacola. I don't know when, but in the future, definitely. But anyway, as you can see, my new Ghost Bath shirt. This is officially the most offensive shirt I own. Reads Depressive Suicidal Black Metal on the back. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't really do much before the show. I took a nap, but that was it, and I was so sleepy when I got over there. It was at the Handlebar, and it's like a more so local venue in Pensacola, and I'm beyond shocked that show did not even sell out. It didn't even have a low ticket warning. There wasn't that many people there. And if I had to take a guess, it was probably about 35, no more than 35 people there. I'm just shocked. You know, I'm thinking Swallow the Sun, a lot more people would be there, but I guess I don't know what was going on. But yeah, they came to Pensacola, and that venue didn't even sell out. They didn't even have a low ticket warning. But anyway, so I got in, and they already had the merch booth set up, and this was bigger than the normal venues I had been to here in Mississippi. There was a bar, and I had bought my tickets in advance, so I got in quickly. I had my vest on, and I was ready to go. I immediately wanted to buy merch for Ghost Bath, so I'm like talking to somebody at the merch booth. I'm like, hey, can I get a shirt? Can I get a sticker? So I didn't realize it, but that was actually the singer of Ghost Bath. His name is Dennis. And he did kind of look familiar, but I never took the time to memorize their faces. But anyway, yeah, the members of Ghost Bath were in the crowd at the show. So, you know, he and another guy are helping me. I guess the other guy's like the official merch guy. But anyway, Dennis has like long, curly, dark hair. And I asked him, hey, are you a member of Ghost Bath by any chance? He's like, yeah, I'm the singer. I play guitar. And I introduced myself. I'm like, hi, I'm a big fan. And he remembered my name later on, and that was cool. But anyway, I was really honored to actually meet the members of Ghost Bath, because I've been listening to them quite a bit lately, and the DSBM genre is just so relaxing to listen to. I have, like, you know, I have PTSD and anxiety, and whenever I put that stuff on, it really helps me relax. Therapy didn't work for me, and I don't ever want to go back to therapy. Medication didn't work for me. Quite a few things didn't work for me, but listening to the most depressing sounding metal out there just really helps. But yeah, no, my favorite album by Ghost Bath is Funeral. And I really quite like them. Actually, I like them a lot. That was probably like my favorite band to see. I loved seeing Swallow the Sun, but like my favorite one to see definitely was Ghost Bath. So anyway, I got the shirt, and I was just hanging out, and just waiting for the show to start. And Dennis later comes up to me. He asked me, "Did you?" Because I told him I'm from Mississippi, and I live there. And he's like, did you drive all the way here by yourself? I'm like, yeah, it's only like 4 hours away. And I told him I drove here with my little hamsters, and, you know, I just had some personal business to take care of. But by coincidence, I saw Swallow the Sun was going to be here, and I'm like, okay, I'll go. And yeah, he and I periodically talked. And I'm going to get back to him in a bit because I have an important part of the story to tell. The first band that played was more so a local band called Blight. They're like an instrumental metal band, and they're from Pensacola, and they were really good. They were a good starter band. Yeah, I do highly recommend them. They are on Spotify. I don't know about Deezer because I use Deezer. I don't use Spotify, but they're definitely on Spotify. And if I can find one of their songs, I'll definitely put it in the description. All these bands I'm going to put in the description, like always. I have the heater going on. I'll probably turn it off because I'm hot now. I put it on just to help relax my back. I may be stuttering and I may be slow. It's just because I kind of have jet lag. I know I shouldn't force myself to make a video, but yeah, I actually really wanted to make a video. That was what I was planning on doing right when I get back. And I am in the mood to make a video. My body is just so tired. You know, Blight was good, and I got a sticker, and I'll post a picture of the sticker, because I actually put it on my car. And I put the Ghost Bath sticker on my car too. I don't really like stickers on my car because some of them aren't very durable. But these, my Insomniac sticker has actually been decent, so I guess the other two will be decent. But yeah, so I got pictures with Blight too, and I also told them the same thing. I'm from Mississippi. I'm just traveling, you know, I had a personal issue here I had to take care of a personal issue here, and by coincidence, Swallow the Sun was here. So, you know, I'm like, okay, I'll go. So yeah, I pretty much, everyone I talked to, I told that same thing. You know, I had a personal issue to take care of here, and by coincidence, Swallow the Sun was here, so I'm like, okay, I'll go. So, everyone who asked, I pretty much told everyone that. So, I'll bring that up. But, you know, Blight was cool. They were very polite, and I got pictures with them. I officially got to meet Snakes of Russia. His real name is Joseph Holiday, and I got a long sleeve shirt. I mentioned him in my video about Dead Register, because Dead Register actually opened up for him. And it's just one person. I got a long sleeve. And I put on the long sleeve, like, right after I bought it, because I was kind of cold. It was hot during the day, but it was cold at night in Florida. I don't know what that was about. But anyway, I was wearing my Demi Borgir shirt under my vest. But anyway, I put that long sleeve over my Demi Borgir shirt because I was freezing. But yeah, Snakes of Russia, his real name is Joseph. I walked up to him, and I knew who he was because I had seen pictures of him. I'm like, hey, can I buy a long sleeve? And I'm like, hey, is your name Joseph? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, I really, really like your music. I'm not really the biggest fan of electronic music, but I really love yours for some reason. He even told me he really doesn't like electronic music either. And I think that's funny because he is a DJ, and he does make electronic music, so I kind of thought that was funny. I feel like there are more people out there than we realize. I know one of the members up between the Buried and me, he doesn't listen to metal. He listens to, like, bluegrass or something, but he plays metal, so I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Oh, yeah, no, I got a picture with Joseph, and he was so nice, and I brought up, the first thing I asked him after, like, I introduced myself to him, I was like, do you know the band Dead Register? He's like, yeah, they're good friends of mine. So I showed him, I actually moved my Dead Register pin onto my vest. It's in between my Nightwish patch and my Mayhem patch. And I showed him, he thought that was so cool, and I'm like, they're some of the funniest people ever. He's like, they're the best. You know, Joseph was very tall, but he was so nice. And I got the long sleeve, and y'all probably who follow my Instagram saw that picture of me and him. So yeah, he's very, very tall, and he was so nice. Yeah, it was a pleasure talking to him. I wanted to go talk to him later, but then I forgot to. By the time the show was over, I was so tired, I didn't think about that. But yeah, hopefully I can see him again. So Blight was good, and then Snakes of Russia, or Joseph, started playing, and it was rather interesting to watch. I've never, like, seen an electronic person, like, musician play, so this was a little new for me. But he was really good. It definitely sounded like the same person I had been listening to, the Snakes of Russia. And I highly recommend them for anyone who likes, like, more so dark electronic music. His music sounds like it should be in a movie soundtrack. It's so good. Yeah, no, he was pretty incredible to watch. But yeah, no, it was just one person making music, and I thought that was really cool. And I'm glad I got the shirt for them, and I'm glad I brought up Dead Register, and he knew what I was talking about. But, you know, Snakes of Russia was good, and I definitely would see him again. And then the next band was Ghost Bath, and that was the band that I was really, really eager to see. They're from North Dakota, but one of their members is actually from Canada, and I didn't know that until, like, I talked to one of them. I'm looking around my room because my room is an absolute pigsty right now. I need to tidy it up after I film this video, and I need to clean the hamsters' cages. Yeah, Ghost Bath played, and that was absolutely incredible. I don't even know how to describe it. They had a fog machine going on, and the very last song they played was one of my favorite songs by them. It was called Burial, and it's like the most depressing sounding thing to listen to, but it's so relaxing, and it's really relaxing to put on when I'm, like, having an episode. And they had, like, makeup on, not corpse paint, but they had, like, black makeup on their eyes, and I thought that was really cool. I don't even think I've actually seen a DSBM or, like a more so a black metal band in person. I mean, Behemoth, yeah, and, I mean, I don't know if everybody... Some people don't count Cradle of Filth as black metal, but, I mean, I do, and don't judge me, don't call me a poser. But, yeah, no, that's the very first band I've ever seen that's, like, really a black metal band, and that was so interesting to watch. And they were incredible. They're so good. I want to see them again so bad. I wish they had gone on longer. But, like, the first 3 bands that played, they didn't really play that long, and I wish Ghost Bath had played on longer. They only played about, like, what, 5 songs. And I really wish they had gone on longer, because they were so good. And they played their newest song, what is it? Blackthorn Necklace, I think. I think that's what it's called. You know, Burial was the last song they played, and, oh god, it was so good. It was so different seeing it live and hearing it live than hearing it, like, on Deezer. It was something else. So when their set was over, you know, I introduced myself to almost all their members. I didn't get a chance to talk to their drummer, but all their members, and I had already met Dennis earlier. I was like, hi, I'm a big fan. Y'all are really, really incredible. Your set was good. So here's the part I wanted to mention about Ghost Bath. So I walked up to Dennis. I'm like, oh my god, that set was incredible. He's like, thank you. I really appreciate that. So I said, I know this is corny, but I struggle with mental health issues, and whenever I put on your music, it really helps me feel better. And he said, thank you so much, I really appreciate that, and he opened up his arms and just hugged me. And I did not expect that. That wasn't expected at all, but that was really sweet, and it meant a lot to me, and I'm never gonna forget that. It's making me emotional thinking about it. Because I just thought that was so sweet. You know, and I'm very proud to wear my Ghost Bath shirt, and yes, it's probably gonna offend somebody, but I don't care. But yeah, no, I also walked up to another member of Ghost Bath. It was one of their guitarists. I forgot his name, but I was telling him, you know, I looked at him and I said, yeah, I'm a big fan. I love your music so much. My favorite album is Funeral. And I'm like, you know, I struggle with mental health issues, like with anxiety and PTSD, but I put on your music and it really helps alleviate that. He's like, yeah, that's part, and I'm like, I also say, listening to DSBM just really helps alleviate that. And he's like, yeah, that's partially why I play it. Yeah, I think the reason why DSBM exists, probably because a lot of us do experience those feelings, and I think this is just our coping skill. And, oh yeah, at the beginning of Ghost Bath's set, they said, we're going to sing songs about killing ourselves. I mean, that is what the songs are about. But, you know, it's always like I know it's like weird and not everyone likes it, and that's okay, but it's just been a very good, helpful coping skill for me, and I'm so glad it exists. Not many people like DSBM, but to me, it is just something that's just been a perfect coping mechanism for me. And I'm so thankful it exists. and there are bands out there, you know, who make this stuff, and, you know, it lets me know that I'm not alone. Definitely. Yeah, Ghost Bath, I would see again in a heartbeat. And I'm so glad I got to see them. Oh yeah, they're from North Dakota, but the guy I talked to, other guy I'm talking about, he told me he was from Canada, and I'm like, the first thing I ask him is Tim Hortons really popular over there? And he's like, not as much as it used to be, but yes. I've never been to Canada, so I wouldn't know. But I hear that about Tim Hortons and all that, so maybe one day I'll go visit Canada and see for myself. Yeah. Quite a lot of people complimented my vest, and I also tried a White Widow cider. Never had it, but it's non-alcoholic and it's really good. Most of y'all know I don't drink, and you know I wanted to get something non-alcoholic at the bar, so yeah. Yeah, no, White Widow cider is really good. I did get food from a food truck. I got a veggie burger. Most of y'all know I'm a vegetarian. My honest opinion, this was probably the worst veggie burger I've ever had. I can't even believe I'm saying that. I've had some damn good veggie burgers throughout my life, but this one, it wasn't terrible. You know, it could be worse. It was just burnt, and some people like it burnt, but I don't. So that's why I didn't like it. But I needed to eat because I didn't want to faint when I was at the show. Yeah. And it was from a food truck, but you know, I needed to eat something, and that was good. That the food truck was there, and I was allowed to leave, come back, and come back, because I wanted to go put my merch in my car, so that way I wouldn't be carrying it around. So yeah, and I thought that was nice. I also learned something new. So my typo negative patch glows under black light, and I was very shocked. But I didn't know that until somebody walked up to me. He was like an older guy. He was like 50, like maybe in his 50s or 60s. And he comes up to me and he's like, "Where did you get a glow in the dark typo negative patch?" And I'm like, "It glows in the dark?" And I had no idea. But so I looked at it, and it was actually glowing under the black light. So I guess it was just more of a black light effect. But you know, I had never known that about my typo negative patch. That was so cool. Yeah. I learned something new, and that's so cool. I didn't know it glows under black light. I'd never noticed about, and I've had that patch for years. And I told him, yeah, I got it off of eBay. And you know, we talked about typo negative, and quite a few people actually, you know, we were like, hey, I have a typo negative patch too. Yeah. The typo negative patch was the one that got the attention this time. That got the spotlight. Last show I went to, it was the SOD patch. This show I went to, it was the typo negative patch. Yeah. But you know, that's so cool. My typo negative patch glows under black light. Who knew? And this guy was really cool, and everybody I talked to here in Florida was cool. At this venue was cool, and I'm really glad I got to talk to people. There was also a guy I talked to. He was like new to all these bands. He had never heard of all these bands that were playing at this local. I guess he like goes to this local place. I forgot his name. I don't remember his name. I wish I remember what he looked like. But he was so nice. I guess he wanted to just check out these bands and, you know, just get into them. I guess he's like new to the metal subculture and he just wants to get into stuff. And, you know, I was there. I was in that position, and, you know, I was glad to educate them. Yeah. You know, I introduced myself. I, you know, told him I'm from Mississippi. I just came to visit, take a vacation, and I was taking a vacation, yeah, too. So, you know, he had never heard of these bands, so I educated them, and I educated him on the bands. Harakiri For The Sky is from Austria, and I told him I was really, really interested in seeing Ghost Bath. I'm, like, really into them. And I told him that Swallow the Sun is from Finland, and he was very surprised, and he had no idea. And I'm glad that I got to talk to somebody who was actually interested in these bands, and he wanted to get into them. And it feels really good talking to people who are like really interested in like what I have to say, and if I educate them on a band, they're interested. You know, it makes things really helpful because some people don't care and they don't want to listen to me talk about it. And but this guy did, and I thought that was really cool. And I got him to subscribe to my channel. Hopefully he's watching this. Hopefully he can say hi in the comments. Yeah, hopefully. Um, Harakiri For The Sky played next, and they're from Austria, and I had no idea. I don't know that many metal bands from Austria, and I think that's really cool. They had a good set. Their singer was really, really tall. I had never taken the time to look at pictures of their members, so I didn't know. I'm not too into... I had never heard of them until I found out Swallow the Sun was touring, and I love Swallow the Sun, and I really, really love Ghost Bath. So I was hoping I could go see this tour, and I did, so... Yeah, Harakiri For The Sky was really good. They were incredible. I don't know any of their songs, but I did educate myself a little bit and listen to their music before I went, and they are pretty good, and they were really, really good live, and their singer got in the crowd and started singing, actually off the stage, and this was like a very, it wasn't even a big stage. It wasn't like tall. It was just like small enough that you could just get up on it. So, he got on the ground and he was like right in front of me singing, and his arm brushed across my hand, and I thought that was cool. I did later on, just briefly, tell one of their members, because I didn't know who they were. I had heard of them, but never actually got into them. So, I never memorized their faces, so, but later when I was I know I'm jumping ahead and kind of confusing everyone here. Sorry about that. One of their members I saw, and I'm like, y'all were really, really good. He's like, oh, thank you. And he did have an accent in his voice, but Arnold Schwarzenegger is from Austria, so, but his accent wasn't like Arnold, so I guess they have different accents in their country of Austria. So yeah, but no, definitely Swallow the Sun. And Harakiri For The Sky, you could definitely tell they were from Europe. You could definitely hear their accents in their voice. Yeah, Harakiri For The Sky was really good, and I highly recommend them. That was a really interesting band to see. They were way better than I thought. I'm glad I got to see them. I didn't get any merch for them, sadly. I did get a Blight sticker. I think I did mention that before. Yeah, and I put it on my car. Sticker was free. I did get a Swallow the Sun shirt, and I'm going to wear it. They didn't have any patches for Swallow the Sun, and I was sad. They didn't even have stickers. I'm trying to put more stickers on my car. But obviously the last band to play was Swallow the Sun, and they were amazing. And they were so good, and one of their guitarists was right in front of me. I forgot his name. I'll have to list it in the YouTube community when I find it. He has long, brownish red hair. He was right in front of me playing, and I thought, I was right above the stage. Oh, and I forgot to post this. There was I noticed something in front of this guitarist. It was on the amplifier in front of him, and I realized that's the list of songs that they were playing. So I'm gonna have to post that to the YouTube community. of this set list. It was the set list of songs, and I finally noticed it later on, near the end of the set, and I took a picture of it, so I am going to post that. So if y'all want to know what songs they played, it's on this list, and you may have to flip it upside down to read it, but it has the list, and I did my best to take a clear picture of it. But yeah, no, that's so cool. I actually got to see it right in front of me. But yeah, Swallow the Sun was incredible, and gosh, they had a good sound and a good crowd. There weren't that many people at this venue, surprisingly, but everyone there was really excited, and it made me really happy to see that. And I was really excited, and Swallow the Sun was really good, and I'm starting to slowly get more into gothic doom metal. There were bands I already liked from the beginning, like Paradise Lost and Theater of Tragedy, but I never really deeply explored the genre. But now I'm really exploring the genre. Yeah, definitely listening to more Swallow the Sun. Definitely listening to more My Dying Bride and Tiamat, stuff like that. I'm really trying to explore more. I want to get into Draconian. That's the band I want to get into. But anyway, Swallow the Sun was really good. I never really took the time to memorize pictures of their members. But yeah, most of the band members were wearing hoods, black hoods, and their sound was absolutely incredible. Oh gosh, it was so good. They probably played the longest, if I had to take a guess. They played probably for maybe 45 minutes to an hour. Well, obviously they're the headliner, but yeah. But anyway, they had a good set, and so that guitarist that I was right in front of, like, me and several other people at the show were, like, raising our hands up, like, and this guitarist, like, each of us, he, like, put his, like touched our hands, so I'm gonna do a demonstration of how it works. So here's a box. I don't know if this is gonna... He put both of his hands like this, like, he took my hand and put his other hand on it, kind of just shook it like that. That was so cool. This is the very first band I've ever seen from Finland, and it's just, like, really special to me. Yeah, no, they were incredible, and I'm so lucky I got to see Swallow the Sun. But anyway, yeah, before I left, I got a picture with Ghost Bath, or at least just 2 of their members, and one of them was Dennis, because I definitely wanted to get a picture with him. So I looked at them and I said, please come to Mississippi. Please come to Jackson, because I will see you definitely in a heartbeat if you come to Mississippi. And they're like, okay, yeah, maybe we can. And I hope they can, because they would have a good amount of people coming, probably. And I told them, we do have an underground metal scene. It's not very well known, but we do have a metal scene in Mississippi, so please come. So, in my opinion, the best place they could probably go is Howlin' Mal's. I don't know about Sunflower Oven, but no, Howlin' Mal's, I could definitely see them going there. Maybe Measureless Aeons could open up for them. That would be very cool. But yeah, no, I hugged Dennis goodbye, and I hugged one of the other members goodbye. I don't remember his name. Yeah. But everyone there I talked to was so cool, and I just love the metal subculture so much because, you know, yeah, I'm not talking about elitist when I talk about this. Like, we are such a welcoming community, and we just, some of the nicest people ever are in this community. You would think that we're all mean, but no, we are just normal people. We just like heavy music, and we are just a little different, and that's okay. So yeah, everywhere I go, you know, every show I go to, everyone there is just so nice, and it makes me really happy. And I didn't get a chance to get a picture with that member of Harakiri For The Sky, but that's okay. Something funny, like, happened. The singer of Harakiri For The Sky was, like, in the crowd. He like, laid on his back on the floor singing. I've never seen a singer do that before. I thought that was rather funny. But anyway, yeah, that happened. Oh my god. You know, that was a rather interesting thing to see. I don't know why he was doing that. Maybe that was, like, part of their act. I don't know. I don't know what harakiri means. If any of y'all could explain that to me, that would be great. Yeah, hopefully I can get more into Harakiri For The Sky. But, you know, Swallow the Sun I'm already into. Ghost Bath, obviously I love. Y'all know that. Snakes of Russia I do like. Blight I just found out about, so yeah, all 5 bands were good. I'm gonna leave in the description what they sound like, as always. Yeah, I drove to my hotel room because I was tired, and I just came back home, and I'm exhausted, and hopefully the girls are okay, and I need to clean their cage, and I need to, like, put oil on their wheels so that way they don't squeak. But anyway, you know, that was such a good vacation, and I would do it in a heartbeat again. And that was such a cool venue I went to, and I actually shed tears coming back here, like, leaving Pensacola, because that was just, that's unforgettable. And I wish I could go back, and hopefully I can go to another metal show in Pensacola. And I'm just so sad this didn't, you know, last longer, because this trip was just so perfect. And I needed some time for myself, and I just needed some time, you know, away from work for a little bit. You know, it was just perfect. You know, hugging the singer of Ghost Bath definitely was like a really good moment, just period. Like one of the best moments ever, period, because I got to tell somebody, you know, that their music really means a lot to me. And I guess it really meant a lot to him when I said that. And, you know, it was just really perfect. And I really wish Derek was there with me. And I wish we could have gone to see Swallow the Sun together too. I don't know, I'm hoping me and him could take a trip to Pensacola in the future. Because I want him to come, and I went to go to the beach, and the beaches were really pretty. I couldn't go swimming because I'm on my cycle, and I don't want to get bit by a shark because I'm on my cycle. Yeah. uh, anyway, yeah, I got home and there was a bunch of merch and stuff waiting for me, and my room is a mess. I gotta clean it. But anyway, I had a good visit, and I will never forget it. I got plenty of merch, and I would do it again if I could. Anyway, I think that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, whatever. And I'll see you all later, and stay metal.